Edwin is apparently somebody we can recruit. I'm guessing she's like a, she's just...
Burned. Well, that won't do it all.
Washer, what a surprise to see you again.
Beneath a familiar pointed nose, Cataman Ozzo's grin achieves a careful balance between polite and sneering. His once round face has grown gaunter since you last saw him.
Ozzo, I thought I smelled something familiar.
I see we've all moved up in the world, haven't we? Taking an interest in the sciences?
What are you doing here?
Well, that's what happens, isn't it? When an ignorant mob burns down your place of employment, you move on. Director Castle was desperate for learned academics, and Nekitaka, being so distant from Brackenberry, did much to recommend it. We do fine work here, not as personally fulfilling as my time in the sanitarium, but exciting in its way. The Huana have a much more forward-thinking stance on the sciences, so it's easier to find volunteers. Of course, we can always use more. Any chance you have an interest? I assure you, you have nothing to fear from me.
I'd better go talk to Flan.
Certainly. She has a great gift for discussing animancy with the layman.
A bit rude, but okay. From her unkempt hair to her agitated pacing, Flan Elliot gives off an air of restrained chaos. She waves you over with a few quick motions.
Siere Valegina, here to watch us work? Or are you finally going to let me strap you down to a table?
Ado, Sere. Respectfully, I must decline.
You don't mind if I talk and work, do you? What can I do for you?
We're looking for an animancer named Giacomo.
Giacomo?
Oh, Giacomo.
I know him. He has a little laboratory for himself down in the gullet. His specialty is godlike. Claims he can detect them in the womb. Giacomo rents a room in Ecosi, the Hole, which is that grimy tavern down below. Why he seeks to bury himself, you will have to ask him yourself. Not many animancers down there, so he should be easy to find, if they haven't stolen all his equipment. Or at Ogori. What can I do for you?
What are you working on?
Glad you asked, amico. Very glad. We're very excited about the work here, and we are always looking for volunteers. We've catalogued a number of interesting properties unique to Luminous Adra, but there are some very specific qualities we are investigating.
Oh,
Qualities that a Watcher happens to be uniquely suited to exploring. You're just what we're missing.
well, I'd be happy to help however I can.
Gelardi, what a relief. You won't regret this.
I'm sure
Let
I
me
will.
run you through the theory, and we'll get to the test itself. Luminous Adra has special effects upon Kith. Even to the humblest, it offers some small improvements. Rejuvenation, vitality, the kind of thing you sell to people back home, eh? But what about those who have already harnessed their own essence? Consider the talented Cutpurse, for instance, who can cross a room by slipping briefly into another place. The world between. Luminous Adra holds enormous quantities of essence, the kind of energy we can't replicate or restore. And these formations have a kind of connection to each other across the in-between. I believe we can harness this connection and your natural abilities to transport a person across great distances in a moment.
When you say you... This is all interesting, but when you say you've been researching the effects on Kith, I mean, being able to jump across great distances, yes, that sounds absolutely fantastic, but also a little bit too good to be true.
On volunteers, well-paid volunteers.
So you could say travel across the city?
That is the very least of it, amico. We've only managed short jumps thus far. I'm hoping that your own gifts will make the difference. We've collected a number of illuminating readings, and our machines are ready to harness the Adra's essence. But for the moment, we are effectively blind when it comes to targeting the next pillar. Now, if someone were capable of sensing that essence in the in-between, even of manipulating it, someone like a watcher, for instance.
You want to use my connection to the Adra? I could target a specific pillar.
Precisely right. We've had luck with shorter jumps, but those were as much spellcraft as science. The idea is for you to focus on the next connection point. The machine will use that new link between the Adra veins to create a tether, as well as provide the energy for you to jump effectively. What's really exciting is, so long as you are holding that connection open, your companions can jump alongside you.
Interessant. When do we begin?
Pelagina's eyes light up as she smiles and looks between you and
The
Fly.
next pill is due east of here, in the middle of a farm. It's not as tall as this one, but you shouldn't have any trouble finding it. Oh, and don't worry, we paid the farmers.
Alright, and what if something goes wrong?
There was that fellow that jumped a little too far over the edge.
Stop scaring our assistant.
Alright, let's do this.
Gelardi. Very well. You stand there. Ansel, the machine. All right, Watcher. Remember, focus on the beam of light. It ought to be like stepping through a door. And remember, don't...
Don't what?
Can't say this is what I imagined hell would look like.
No.
I wouldn't touch that if I were you.
Agreed. Hello?
Let's get started. I really can't do that.
At once.
I'm getting out of there. That's, oh, what?
With every moment, I forget. Oh, merciful gods. Ikira, a wave the size of a mountain.
You up there, run!
We have to go. Can't. No,
Can't.
no, please.
Dafiela.
Okay. Oh, 1 second, chat. Sorry about that. I had to take care of some personal business.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Oh, you are welcome.
Well, don't see why not.
What it?
Perfect.
Oh,
I'll see to it.
Could be a... Right.
I conquered every city of the Greylands. They will remember my name.
Gods,
Right.
an end at last. I beg you.
She te kasi bizu. Ye ket tigewu tikiki.
okay. I'm a little creeped out by this place.
Here we go.
Well, let's have at thee. And oh dear, that's a lot of them. What the blazes? Oh god. Or like, what are you? You're
Just like that.
Indeed. This one's for
this is new.
Keyleth.
Good.
Can't make it dead.
Where are you going?
I'm on it.
That flank him? Yes, there we go. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-boo.
Let's get started.
All thick, worthen, just like that.
Death to those who oppose the Republic.
Damn. A string.
Go ahead and you'll kick him.
Oh, good.
And you go ahead and do
Little
one of
something
these.
for you.
Not even close.
Another for the queen.
That's it.
Oh god.
Mow
They heal him up. I doubt. How about a fireball? And how? Boom.
Here we go.
What do you do? Oh, resolute. Okay. That might be good. And can we get you? Yes. Boom. Yeah.
This one's for Keyleth.
moweth, exceeds just like that.
Ne complao.
Boom. Resolute. I doubt Slick's gonna do anything, but I'll pop it in there just in case. Boom. Does the minus 15 accuracy go for it? Okay, give yourselves a guys a heal up.
Better than that.
Wow, he was not down for longer than like 0.1 seconds. Oh god. This is getting pretty bad. Try again. Oh, there we go. Prune. Bro.
Let's get started.
Oh, good.
Okay, what other tricks could I try? I suppose I could... No, that wouldn't do much. How about just this? Boom.
Here we go.
He's still flanked, so that's good.
Catch.
Just like
Another for the queen.
This thing isn't doing the job.
Boom, boom. And then you. Oh, balls. Can I not get all three? No, I can't get all three. Just too far away. All right, she needs more anyways. Oh, do they? Go with that again. You go with. I think we already did that, but yeah. I think. Well, what do you do? Bounces up to 4 times. Caster becomes a living generator for a lightning bolt. What? Do. Okay. Just like trying to decide on what spell I want to use. Oh boy. Wait, what do you do again? Oh! Completely forgot I had that. Boom.
Can't make a dent.
This one's for Keyleth. Another round, another crit.
That's the stuff. What can I do you for?
Creates a slow-moving, energetic projectile of priest's faith. Okay, then that's gonna be the case. Then I'll move you down here. Go ahead and move you over more, if you can. No? Okay, then. Boom.
Another for the queen.
Oh! Ooh, boy.
Easily.
Those were not Kith, so that does not count. But she apparently she really still enjoyed it.
The beast.
Well, I prefer something with a little more stabbing.
The beast.
A wall formed from tessellating blocks of bismuth rises before you. And from out of that wall juts a face at least 3 amawa high. Its mouth hangs open in a silent shout, eyes wide. A damp, frigid wind screams between the rocks. It carries whispers in its wake and chills you to your core.
What have we here?
The voice of Rimmergon rumbles from the stone.
A wayward watcher has wandered into my realm. Whatever should I do with you? You did not receive an invitation to my realm, Herald of Barath. Tell me, why should I not grind your soul to dust?
I doubt Barath would appreciate that.
I do not fear Barath's wrath. Embrace oblivion with open arms, Watcher.
Wait.
Do you fear dissolution after all? How droll. As much as it would delight me to scatter your soul, you belong to Barath. I will spare you that fate. For now.
I knew you wouldn't do it.
I can pluck you from the mortal plane as easily as Barath. And you will not belong to them forever. Now, on to the matter that brought you here. Your Animancer friends meddle in things beyond their comprehension.
Hold on, chat.
Were I not the generous creature I am, you would have died. Be sure to tell the Animancers that they have failed, and that they have drawn my gaze. I will not hesitate to obliterate them if they irritate me again.
Doesn't precisely sound all too great, but roll your eyes.
I do not make requests. You might prepare yourself, Watcher, for something wondrous is on the horizon.
What does that mean?
Earthas will usher in an age glorious in its brevity. You will soon learn. In the meantime, enjoy the world as you know it while you can. And do send my regards to your Animancer friends.
Oh.
Great at parties, Remergon.
He'd be great at parties. Okay. Well.
Watcher, can you hear me?
You raise your head to find yourself surrounded by anxious faces. Flawn withdraws the finger currently prodding at your temple and nearly stumbles backward.
Oh, thank the gods. Thank Helia. Merla, you had us in a panic. I don't have to tell you it didn't work. The current spiked and you went completely still, breathing but nothing else. We sent for the physician. Myself, I was about to try throwing some water in your face. What happened? Did you feel any pain? Do you remember anything?
Remergon sends his regards.
You had some kind of vision? A near-death experience?
No, I mean I literally went to the Beyond and spoke to Remergon.
What was it like?
Cold and weary. While you speak, one of the researchers prods you gently with a copper rod. You hear the device in his hand to give a high, piercing whine. Slap the rod away. The device clatters to the ground. The Animancer looks at it, then back at you.
Are you feeling any heightened aggression?
Let's not harass our very patient friend any further. Sientere, Watcher, truly. It seemed we sent your mind further afield than intended, and without the rest of you in tow. Not entirely outside our predictions, but not the result we wanted. We have stipend for volunteers. You're welcome to the sum of it. I hope it goes some way toward earning your forgiveness. Just as I hope this hasn't put you off helping us. We just have to adjust the current, give you a chance to control your flight, for want of a better word. We're all very glad you're in one piece. We'll have a look at the machines, figure out what went wrong. Until then, I'm sure our friends at headquarters will want an update. and to see I haven't done you any permanent harm. We'll send word when we're ready here.
Oh. Wait. Apparently she did not hear me when I said Rimmergon sends his regards. Oh, good God. We're already almost level 9? Jeez. Well, I say almost. Anyways. You know what? Screw it. Let's go ahead and... excuse me.
Hello. My apologies. I didn't see you there.
Are you alright?
I am fine. Is there some reason I shouldn't be? Which is not to say I do not appreciate your concern. I do.
Okay, as she does, you notice her hand shaking.
I, like the other scholars here, am engaged in the study of the soul sciences. Was there something you needed, or may I return to my studies?
You burned yourself?
I had a mishap with my machinery, but all is well now. The details are unimportant. I wish only to return to my studies. In any case, why are you here?
How did you come to me in Nekataka?
It is a mundane story. I sought out the ship with the longest oversea route departing from the Republics and booked passage. I had intended to perform a handful of experiments regarding the nature of souls that could only be done safely at sea.
What kind of experiments can only be performed on a boat?
The sensitive kind. My experiments were successful, and the ship eventually reached its destination. The rest is inconsequential.
Your accent isn't Valiant, or are you just like one?
Just a bit of culture I've picked up along the way. I admire their tailoring tradition immensely. It's much grander than clothing one finds in The White That Wends.
Marvelous. Who's your tailor?
I am, of course.
You're an animancer and a seamstress.
A curious mind is an agile mind. Besides, the two practices are more alike than one might think.
I find that hard to
Both
believe.
deal in the details, in the warp and the weft. A delicate hand is required if one is to bend either to one's will.
And what do you study?
Many things. Currently, an unusual variety of Adra. It seems to exist only here, among the isles and waters of the Deadfire. There's a strange, almost melancholy beauty to the substance. I believe there is more to it than others know.
Alright, stop answering all my questions. Tell me what's going on.
If you insist. With the aid of a device of copper and Adra, I have uncoupled my soul from my body, freeing myself of Bareth's wheel. I belong only to myself now.
I commend your dedication to your craft, but what possessed you to do this to yourself?
My body and soul are my own. Why should I not do with them as I wish? Who are you to say?
I am a watcher. I see into the souls of others and, if necessary, pass judgment on what I find there.
Truly.
Her brows rise high on her forehead. She leans toward you, her eyes fix on yours, suddenly intent.
Tell me, what do you see when you peer into the souls of Kith? Do you see their misdeeds? Their evil thoughts? Their unkindnesses, perversions, cruelties? I apologize. I have always felt a kinship with your kind. Having witnessed the very worst in Kith has left me keenly attuned to recognizing ill intent. Perhaps you would be amenable to me traveling with you, on something of a permanent basis?
What can you do for me?
This blade is not merely for show. There are no end of swordsmen in the Deadfire, though, right? I, however, possess some little sway over the minds of others.
Ah, yeah, she's a cipher. Why do you want to travel with me?
I have a vested interest in Luminous Audra, but acquiring it here can be expensive. You have a ship of your own and are clearly well-traveled. I suspect I would encounter more Luminous Audra with you than I would on the streets of Nekataka.
Welcome aboard.
Truly?
She blinks, her mouth hanging half open.
Whoa, you sure about that?
Thaklat, traveler. I am grateful.
After a quick pat down of her various pockets, soon in her coat, Edwin nods sharply and rests a hand on the hilt of her rapier.
I have all that I need. You may depart at your leisure.
Oh, God, just. Oh, sidekicks right here. Boom. Okay, sidekicks start out as unique NPCs integral to specific quests, complete with their own personalities and looks, and they may offer to join your party as a reward for completing their quest. Just like companions, these new characters have a custom portrait and voice sound set. However, unlike companions, they do not have their own vision quest and will not participate in the companion relationship system. Gotcha. You know what? I'll just take that. Edwin has enough experience to level up. Oh, God. Oh, well.